I'm cooking.
Speaking of which, welcome back, everybody. Let us take, in the name of the sovereign host, allow us a moment of silence for the lost cleric in all of his glory, the heir of House Pandaric. Moment of silence.
Okay.
Stop texting until that, fuck. Someone died. He's not listening. Damn, dude.
Dragon Walks don't last long around us, do they?
Um, it seems like not. It seems like not. But anyway, last session. You guys infiltrated a lesser known outpost known as the Yellow Spire. And in this place, you guys caught up with some cultists who were doing something to something. You guys went in, you smashed the competition. It was a hard fought battle, but you guys managed to fight through some people, capture yourself temporarily a captive and lieutenant of the Boromar clan. You learned that they were doing something to the mind of one of the Corumberg Chronicle editors, publishers. And he was like, I am so grateful that you all saved me. Thank you so much. And during the commotion, someone showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Patriarch Sidon Boromar of the Boromar clan arrived. Ever, uh, ever the businessman, he went to negotiations with you. He said, I want the eyes and I want the stones. And in exchange, there doesn't need to be any blood spilt. And I want blood spilt, but I need the eyes. The counteroffer was from the party was, how about no? And he was like, guys, come on. Seriously, give me the eyes. And he goes, okay, counteroffer. We don't give you anything. And we like for sure give you the money when we get it. Like for sure. Promise. And shake on it. He was like, no, man, what the fuck? To which Nero decided to kick things off, betting on the fact that he perhaps has a higher initiative or is more um, capable, shall we say, than Sidon Boromar. He raised his hand to attack, and the last words that Benrig Kendarik heard in his life was, sorry, kid, wasn't my choice. And with that, you watched in that moment as Kendarik was his chest and throat were ripped apart before you, and he fell to the ground defeated as Sidon Boromar fled into the shadows. Now put your hand up. And with that, Nero ran over the body of Benrig to escape, which is pretty much true. Immediately fled. Gron grabbed the body of Benrig, and all of you fled, hearts pounding in your chest, leaving with the perhaps surprise that neither one of you were assailed thereafter, as you imagine would have been very easy for Sedaine Boromar to at least inflict some devastating wounds, if not another kill, before you left. So you are left with the knowledge that one of you perhaps should have died more than just Benric, but not. You leave, hustle through the streets, and we are going to pick up today as you find yourselves sort of huffing on an abandoned bridge, or not an abandoned, but an empty bridge between one of the districts. Um, just sort of reeling and like finally catching your breath after the moment. This is where we pick up our session. Yes, Nero.
I dispute the above table. I dispute those that series of events. I was
You
trying to
can
get him
dispute
out
it
of
all
there.
you want. The initiative went as such.
Mhm.
You put your hand up to cast a spell. Boromar slaughtered Benrig as he promised he would, and then you immediately ran past Benrig within 5 feet of him, 10 feet of him at most, in the immediate after initiative. So, for the sake of narrative and roleplay, by all appearances, Nero failed to outdraw Sidon, and after Benrig died, he ran directly past him to escape and flee. You all fled as
Right.
well.
I just sent you a
Oh,
message on Messenger, just so you know.
okay. BRB bathroom? Oh no, that's Nero.
Like not on here,
I know.
on Facebook, I think.
Gotcha.
I turn to Gron
Not a huge.
and thank him for uh, retrieving Benrig's body. Thank you. That was quick thinking, and I know you probably knew him the least out of all of us, but you still grabbed him, and very thankful for that. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's just part of the job.
Selena flies over to Brendrig's body and she holds her hammer high and she puts her other hand in the air and she goes, Brendrig, no, my fallen warrior. Oh, I can't believe it. And she'll start to cry for Brendrig. I'm gonna miss you, friend.
Nero cusses and he just kicks the wall of the bridge.
Yeah, we really need to keep moving.
Come on. Do we know where the sky skiff was sent?
We need cover.
I'm gonna say that you guys like bolted, and wherever its landing site was is sort of probably back the other direction. Maybe in the frenzy of like fear of the moment or the survival instinct to survive, you guys had run in a more safer direction, shall we say.
Where am I taking him?
I think we have good enough relationship with the hammer that the Red Cloaks would at least want to give us a night. We obviously want to return Benrig to his house, and I'm sure they will want him.
Jurasco. Jurasco. They do resurrections, right?
I don't know. Not my area of expertise.
Everyone wants to roll a Arcana check. Yeah, anybody, as you've been here long enough, Selena. Roll an Arcana check to see what you know about Jurasco's capabilities.
18.
18.
5.
Yeah, just a rumor you heard, you're not certain. Darwin, you spent a little time away from the party where you probably spent a great deal of time in the Dragon Towers, which are the various enclaves, most of the enclaves, the Dragon Mark houses. One of them was Jurasco, and to the very discerning customer, to those with a great deal of coin, probably many hundreds of gold pieces, they apparently do offer those services.
Jurasco couldn't do it, but it's going to be expensive. Probably at least hundreds, if not thousands, of gold.
I got the I got the gold. I'll just swing by the bank, a dog to pick it up. Pick up a letter or whatever they have to give.
You can bring Brendrig back.
Yeah, I can't. Jurasco might. I could maybe pay for it. I got enough cash at the bank.
But you want to try.
I mean, we gotta try it.
It's worth trying, yes.
That would be wonderful. I'd love to have Brendrig back.
Let's get to a safe place to the hammer first. Then we'll go get everything.
Lead the way, Nero.
Yeah. Okay, like I'll take him up to. I guess it's the upper city. It's in the upper city, right?
Yeah, let me.
So we tried this with Viatelli, didn't we? Didn't we try to like
Yeah.
Viatelli
and it
was a obliterated, though.
And Darwin able to answer your question exactly correct, Darwin. You recall that the damage to his body was too extensive. He had a fucking hole in his chest. The body needs to be, to some degree, able to be seamed back together. If it's missing like vital organs, it can't come back. But Benrig's not missing anything, so to speak. They're just like slashed out. So he's not missing anything from his physical form.
Got it. Do I recall how much those were?
No,
The-
not with your roll.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Darwin,
okay.
do you know how much they were?
How much the resurrections for when we priced them out before? I can't remember exactly. I want to say the figure
Several
was
You don't remember
Yeah.
exactly, but the high hundreds, getting close to 1,000.
so probably around 1,000 gold.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. Well, maybe we should divide and conquer. I don't want to waste any time. I mean, should you go get the money now and we meet you at whatever the fuck it's called. Sorry.
Jurasco?
Jurasco. Thank you.
We want to stop by the Red Hands place first, or just go to Jurasco?
You can
Mhm.
go ahead.
Oh,
What time
yeah,
of
just
day
go
is
to
it?
Jurasco. Mhm.
Is it morning, evening, afternoon?
So many questions. Hang on. Let's see here. Um, you woke up and dealt with I'd say it's probably afternoon, sometime in the afternoon.
Uh, let's just get him to Jurasco, see if this is even viable. Probably less viable the more he's dead. So if we're gonna try this, we need to
Okay.
try it.
Okay, we'll go to
Nero,
Jurasco.
you go get the money, meet us there. We'll bring the body.
Okay. There. I'll head to the Gondoric. Ryan, I'll start going to Gondoric.
Okay. 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 Just getting my information together here about who you're about to all meet. Okay, so he's there. Healer, Deathscape, Sharn. So let's let's make my life easy. Who do we want to start with? Okay, you are going to find the Kundark Bank. And you are currently in Lower Dura. You want to go to Upper Central. So it's going to take you, let's see here. It's going to take you an hour and a half.
And I'm sorry, I'm also going to be casting visibility on myself on my way there.
Okay, are you going to do it twice?
For right now, I'm just going to do it for right now.
Okay. You cast invisibility. Yes?
And when I run out, I'll do disguise self.
Sure. You spend an hour and a half traveling until you get into Upper Central. And you you get in front of the bank. You probably drop that appearance so that you can get your money, it being you. I mean, you go in, you access your bank account. They tell you you have 1,800 GP inside. How much do you want?
Like how much? Like you guys got those papers, right? That say how much you give to somebody, that's how much they can take out, right?
What?
I'm talking about letters of credit. It's
You're not the sums that you have in your bank account aren't worth a letter of credit. How much gold
okay.
do you want?
Okay, never mind. You're right. I'll just have just give me 1,000.
Okay. They probably give it to you in platinum for easier carry. So
Okay.
you now have 100 platinum.
Okay.
Um, all right. Who's next? That's where Nero's at. That's what he does.
I think the rest of us are going to House Jurasco with
Got it.
Vinny.
If that's the case. Oh, sorry. You guys would be going to a place called the Panaceum in the Dragon Towers district of Middle Central. So you guys are gonna take one, two. It's gonna kind of take you guys 2.5 hours to travel there by foot. You can expedite this by a number of like carriage or a sky coach or
Yeah, I'll pay for a sky coach.
okay, so that would be 1, 2, 3. That would be 6 silver for each party member
Alive or dead?
alive. It'll be a little disconcerted by the dead body, but they'll give you a nod when you tell them where you're headed. They'll go, yeah, fair enough. Um,
6
Okay.
silver, you said?
I just paid for everyone. It was 30 silver.
Chit.
Excellent. Okay. You arrive at the Panaceum. It is located in the Dragon Towers district, each tower dedicated to a different dragon marked house. You find yourself traveling to what would be essentially like the top several floors of one of the great towers here. The place is circular. It's like a massive, massive dome that has private rooms and sort of like an open hospitaler, and uh, a giant fire in the middle and plenty of Jurasco people roaming around. They see that you have a body and someone comes up to you. One of the halflings comes up to you very quickly and goes, "Oh, is he all right?" Uh, and starts to like stethoscope and everything and starts to, we're not, they don't have stethoscopes, but immediately like in your arms, she's a halfling, like gestures for you to come down as she doesn't know that he's dead and starts to like inspect him.
Yeah, we'll take a knee, make it easy.
Absolutely. Okay, I don't need he's fed. Medicine hospital, healing district. No. Sorry, I'm just figuring out who it is you're exactly talking to right now. Okay. Goes basically starts looking him over and sees the marks and sees the pallid and the temperature is definitely receded from Brendrig and goes, I'm very sorry, everybody, but your friend here isn't he's gone. I could provide for you a room if you need a moment to grieve.
Know that he's gone. What can
Oh.
you do about it?
She sighs and says, "Well, we do have services for such things. Very uh, expensive services.
How much?
She says 750 gold to perform a raise dead ritual. I would need to go talk to my superior. She's the only one who has a mark powerful enough to perform such a thing. But for 750 gold, she like looks at the not necessarily completely dried blood. Goes, yeah, he looks in good enough condition that it should be able to work. Here, and she starts moving you along into one of the nearby empty rooms and kind of puts you all in an empty room and says, "Stay here. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my superior," and we'll leave. You maybe wait You probably wait like 20 minutes. And it's, you know, your friend in your hands here who's dead, and it surely starts to piss some of you off, perhaps, or what have you. Eventually, you do see this. Let's see here. You see this female halfling come in. She has like sort of like a white like surgeon's bib, essentially, that she's like currently in the middle of like taking off and being replaced by her aide, and it's like smeared in blood, and she's like handing it off to that person, putting on a fresh one, and casting like a little prestidigitation in the air and sort of like putting in her hands. She walks in, her hair is tightly pulled back into a bun. She goes, uh, good afternoon. I'm told that you wish to perform a raise dead ritual.
Yes, if possible.
Do you have the coin?
We are awaiting the funds currently.
Okay, well, in the meantime, let me inspect the body, and she will make her way over, and very tactfully kind of start like Bedward was in armor and kind of starts like unclasping the armor where the major wound is and starts pulling it apart to do an inspection. To which this like truly like from like the depth of the slash was like mid neck, and then like the mid neck was just like pulled apart, like something hooked halfway through the neck that deep and just ripped to the right. So it's less of like a slice and more of a open, like rip open, like a fucking can opener. And then there's two not quite as deep marks that are like that kind of go in line, almost like a beast had done it, like so. One with a hook. I will say, you guys have seen and fought Clawfoot, which are like the mounts and aides of Boromar clan, and they have like two sharp talons and one, per their name, Clawfoot, round, circular, like deadly claw as their sort of like thumb, if you will. She looks at the body. She pauses, and she goes. She sort of starts to like. She's just like staring at the wound, like Simon. And she says, I'm. She starts like buckling him back up. She says, I don't think the ritual will be able to work on him. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to say.
What? Why?
He's the wounds are too extensive. It's just not. I'm sorry, I can't help you.
What are you talking about?
Make an insight check, Tally.
$21.
21. It turned on a dime. When she saw the wound, it became like fear. Like she is very scared in this moment. And clearly like lying about the wounds being too extensive. Like you trust Darwin, he said like, you know, it should be able to work. She's lying, and she seems to be lying because she's terrified. She's kind of like buttoning him back up. Her hands aren't shaking or anything, but it's very much like she wants to get out of the situation.
Look, we know that one of those spells can work in bringing our friend back. What aren't you
Of
saying?
money.
Because listen, she gestures to the wound. She says, "This, I can't help you. I can't help you. This is
Why not?
because
She's afraid of Sedan. Don't be an idiot. Can't you see that she's petrified?
just,
She doesn't want to
Kinda-
cross him.
I'm sorry. You, yes, your friend is right. These wounds, these are. Sidon did this. I have a family to look after. If I bring him back, if he marked him for death and took him out, and I brought him back, you take out my whole family. You come after me, come after my family, come after my kids. I have to look out for myself. I have to look out for my kids. I can't help you. I'm sorry. Uh, she says, you could use the room. I'll send someone in to help you organize funeral arrangements, but I can't help you. And
Could well, well, I mean, we could be very discreet. We don't have to tell anyone.
just, I wouldn't have to tell anybody for him to know. If you'd be walking around, lady.
Oh yeah. Well, is there someone else that could help us?
I can't help you. And she quickly moves out of the room, uh, without anything else to say or help, and then the door closes promptly behind her as she moves away to go help somebody else, but uh, you don't get the sense that you're getting Jurasco help on this, unfortunately. Doesn't seem to want to cross Sedan Boromar. Ron is right.
I think
Well,
He'll just kind of go over to one of the. I guess there's a table or some counter in there or something.
Yeah, he would be on like a surgery bed, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just picturing like a place off to the side that have different bits and bobs that he can promptly like. Ah! Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. So he goes over and he kind of in frustration just yeah. It's so embarrassing like having to talk about it, but yeah.
But yeah, in a moment of rage, Tally goes to whatever nearby instruments of medicine and just screams in a knot and just shoves them off the desk in a moment of fury.
I think Selena like covers her ears. She's like, I don't know, when everything crashes down. Tally, we'll just find someone else.
Where can we go, Selena?
Would I know if there would be anyone else?
Yes.
Would would the Silver Flame help us out, or sorry, the Sovereign Host help us out? I mean, what if we took him to his religion, to where his people are?
They would probably say that this was his calling to die in service to his gods, whatever they say.
It might be worth trying. Mm.
Gron will go and very gently pick Brendrig back up. Where am I going?
I will say it's at this time. Oh, actually, Nero walked the whole way, and you guys got there in 20 minutes. Nero hasn't even gotten to the bank yet, so you're probably not catching up with him in a while.
We can wait for Nero. Um, I would hate to be further and not have the capital.
Okay. In that case, Gron will set him back down. This is probably a inopportune time, Tally, but I need to tell you something.
What do you need to tell me, Gron?
In the event that whatever it is that you're planning doesn't work, I'm not going to be able to meet the objectives of the contract that I negotiated with the Platinum Watch. I have a blood oath that is going to take priority.
What does that mean?
I will have vengeance. I told Sidon what the results of his actions would be, and that is going to happen.
Well, it just so happens that I have a penchant, as he puts his hand on his rapier, for vengeance lately. So maybe I can help you out. Especially in this case.
It won't be direct, and it won't be on a short time scale. It is obvious that leverage and a degree of personal power are going to be a necessity, but we can damage what he values, and that's family. Are you willing to do that?
Based on the person that I somewhat know myself to be now, I would be more than willing.
Well, in that case, I'd like to keep room and board while I work on that.
I think you have a run of the place.
Okie dokie. I'll tell Nero when he gets here. Well, after this sorts itself, depending on how it sorts itself.
Very well.
But I thought it was important that I informed the Platinum Watch, and most of y'all are here.
Selena, what do you think Benrig would have said about such a plan?
Taking down Sidon Boromar.
More being fueled by the vengeance. I don't think we'll be able to sway Gron from this course of action. It's more, will we be joining?
Oh, and please understand, it's not going to be immediate. I do not hold any sense of misapprehended strength or ability. It will take time. I do not have the appropriate skills. I don't have the appropriate knowledge. I will need additional assets and additional resources. But the Boromar clan, that which he loves and values, that I can hurt. Starting immediately. It has small fingers. It has minor spokes, and it can be nibbled at the edges, and it can be made to hurt.
As far as quests for vengeance go, if anyone would like to make an investigation check as to routes and paths available to you.
18.
Five.
Second shit roll of
Bob.
an 8.
Bob, Selena. So what you could think about. What'd you get, Selena? Something? What did you get?
I got an 8.
Yeah, you're a little blinded by anger right now. It's not logic you're thinking. You guys are just thinking about smashing and breaking and taking down fucking Boromar with your bare hands. Darwin, you know that like the Boromar clan is like they're everywhere. They're the most powerful syndicate, Sharn. They're not easily taken down. But there is an option that has been availed to you. There is a way, it seems, to perhaps bring them down if you were so inclined to take Sidon down. There is a usurping faction within the Boromar clan itself called the High Raptors, which Nero has haphazardly, dubiously joined and is sort of double agenting, shall we call it? if you really wanted to take down like Sidon, take him out at the legs, you could bring the money to the High Raptors and have them buy out leadership of the Boromar clan and send Sidon packing. And it would make him incredibly vulnerable. He wouldn't have the entire syndicate at his back. So if you wanted a not short term, but mid-term way to take him out, take away his gang, destroy him, cut him out at the legs, then when he has nothing, then you go for him. So that is one route that has been made immediately available to you if you cared to share that. That's what you know, Darwin, or recall.
Well, we do have that other Boromar faction that Nero was cultivating a relationship with. That could be something that we could use.
High Raptors.
Yeah, those people. That well, I have a couple points. I'm of the mind of taking him down, yes. I realize it's not our greatest priority, especially with our friend lying here. I think that takes precedence in the immediate term, and then, everyone trying to kill us for these stones. But it's not something I necessarily want to do if we're not all on board. And I know Selena, I don't know if this would necessarily conflict with your tenets as a paladin or not. It's how do you feel about all this?
As a quick note, sorry, I'm going to hop in there because I was thinking about it. There's two more options that are a little bit more the hard road, but possibly a little bit maybe more paladin friendly, shall we say. They're not direct ways of taking down Sidon, but the Castellanters, if you gave them the gold, you would have incredibly powerful friends going forward in the city who might be able to join you on this little crusade. So they have incredible influence in the city, maybe could help. The other is you met with one of the counselors who kind of expects you to hand over the gold. If you were to hand over the gold, you would have an immense political traction with the actual Council of Sharn itself, who could probably help you on this crusade as well. So if you want like strong allies in a crusade against the Boromar clan and Sidon personally, those are two other options. The Castellanters and Counselors of Sharn are two powerful allies in the city that you could utilize if you want a sort of powerful ally rather than a direct route of taking them down. A direct route would be the High Raptors, but those guys would be good, helpful players to get you in the game, so to speak.
And
So
there's
basically, go ahead.
there's also uh Thorkel, who would easily trade the stones and perhaps a personal contract from me for for some opportunity. If we were able to get the third piece, we could turn off overall 3 to Tarsh Tarkanan and buy his death.
Yeah, so the summary is at the end of the day, that gold is your key to taking down Sidon. It's just a matter of what you do with it once you have it. It's entirely possible that you guys could specifically use 500,000 gold pieces in your own personal crusade thereafter. But you could also give it to one of these allied factions and have them help you out. You'd have to shop around and see who would be a good ally. But your most keen direct route to taking down Sidon would be the High Raptors. But a number of allies could be found amongst the factions additionally. I will say, My brain's going off a little. Darwin, privately, the only person that you ever told about your aberrant mark is Benrig, and he's gone now. Who's to say that House Tarkanan couldn't be made to be an ally if they were shown similar appreciation with the gold? You had plans to go visit
Well, that
anyway.
was a question I was going to have when that came up, but uh, I guess would they recognize me as a member of the Platinum Watch, though? As and knowing that the Platinum Watch like broke in.
We're planning to do a field trip anyway. Only one way to find out. You've done a lot against them, but you also have a mark which they don't know. Depends on you, my friend.
Mm.
So again, at the end of the day, the thesis is the gold, however you choose to use it, will be your key to taking down Saddam. Whether you use it personally, or you gain an ally through it, or you utilize the High Raptors for a more immediate blow to take out Saddam.
My question still stands to Selena. How do your oaths reconcile with any kind of vengeance pact?
Oh, well, I'm not so sure about vengeance and all, but I'm supposed to follow the light and do good, so as long as it's all for the greater good, I think it's okay. And Boromar is pretty bad, so I mean, if we take out the bad guy, that sounds like a good thing to do to me, so I think that's okay. And I kind of like the idea of going through the castle lanterns because then we could also save the children and take out Boromar. We could do both with one bird. Is that the saying?
Close enough, but I get I get your gist. Yes. Okay. Well, yeah, I like this course of action. Okay. Now, second point. How are we feeling about Nero? Do we trust him?
Oh, that's
Because
great. Yeah.
I have talked to Nero on several occasions. While I believe that he is not he does not mean ill from his actions. That does not mean that his actions do not, in many cases, terribly affect those around him. But as far as trust goes, I don't think he conspires against us, if that's what you all are wondering. To be quite frank, I don't think he has the bandwidth for such actions.
All I know is we like to run in and bop, and Nero likes to, well, do the opposite. He's not a very good bopper.
something just doesn't sit right with me as I watched him run past Benrig after. Yeah, and I glance over at Benrig's cooling corpse.
One could argue
That's-
that he wouldn't be able to carry him anyway, but the fact that he didn't attempt.
It's fair, and I can't blame you more fleshy people not being able to keep cool under pressure.
Racism at a time like this.
Yeah. Fair. Okay. So not expecting a dagger in the back at any time or a chaos bolt in the back, but
I don't think he means to wipe out the platinum watch one by one. It is merely a pattern of mistakes, I think.
And
it'll be a total.
I don't even necessarily, from what I've seen, and it's not been a lot of options. I haven't known you guys all that long. I get the impression that he was raised. I don't want to necessarily say raised, but he lived in
Good choice of word.
a state of scarcity where everything was available to be lost in its entirety at any moment. So he is very much a scramble for whatever is available and at hand. Keep as many options open. If there's a way to come at it sideways, come at it sideways, because that's the safer route where you can get in, grab it, and get out. That's the impression that I've been left with so far. As someone who has tracked and brought back targets, that's the pattern of behavior that I see. That's where I would, set a trap to, put the manacles on. That's where I would do it. That's the behavior that I see. I don't see malice. I see a lifetime of necessity.
I would be inclined to agree with you, Gron. I think Nero at his core has had to survive. And with his upbringing, I think it's only natural for one to want to preserve themselves in a deathly scenario of which we encountered.
Absolutely. That's my observation.
Fair, and I think I can accept all that. I will, meditate on these words and try to remember this going forward. Thank you for your perspectives, and yes, thank you.
So I guess the next question is, what do we talk to Nero about in regards to this situation?
And as you said, I don't think we can necessarily blame him. And I'm not going to say push him to the front line because he doesn't belong there. You were going to say something, Ron?
Oh, I was gonna say that, I don't know what he was planning on doing. It was all wiggly finger nonsense, but
Yes.
his intentions have never been poor, and ultimately the decision to, and Gron will look sideways over at Brendrig's body, is Sedan's.
Ryan, can
So
I make an Arcana check to see if I know what Nero was casting?
Sure.
$17.
The spell wasn't complete, so I'm not going to give you the full breakdown, but you essentially understand by what words were coming from him. Because sorcerers aren't wizards, right? They don't speak a set arcane arithmetic, or there isn't like a set component that can be taught. It's unique to every sorcerer. But from your time traveling with Mira, you gathered it was some kind of conjuration. You get the sense that he wasn't trying to attack, he was trying to protect.
And we've seen him use that spell before in House
That's true.
Arcana.
That's true. You recall a couple of times he's bammed people across the battlefield. You expect that's probably similar to what he was trying to do, if not that.
Okay.
So you expect he was trying to protect Benrig rather than hurt Sidon.
I will say that based on his previous what did you call it, Gron? Wavy hand gestures.
Finger wiggling nonsense.
There you go. I wanted to get it right verbatim. His finger wiggling nonsense was in line with his other castings of this spell that he uses. I believe it brought you, Gron, from the inside of House Tarkanan to outside the door.
Oh, is that what that was?
He attempted, but
I was focused on other things, and
that's
it
fair.
was it was mostly it was hugely beneficial.
But if that tells anyone anything, it does most likely mean that Nero was trying to save him. He sadly just wasn't as quick on the draw.
And the telltale on all of this for me, if you're looking for personal motivation, if there is anything that Nero puts value on, it's coin, because that is been the do I eat today? Do I continue to live today? That's the currency. He was absolutely first in, I have a resource. Let's make this right. Make this better.
I'll be the first to say I don't think I had anything other than a deal that would have saved him.
Nor do I. And the fact that he has squirreled this away is a testament to his survival nature, and his heart is in the right place, because that nest egg was the first stop on his path, not the last.
Yeah.
Very good point. Very good point.
I'm not sure what Nero will expect as far as reassurance or well-wishing words.
Oh, that's easy. So when my mom was raising me to be a fairy princess, she told me it was very important that I was nice and kind to all the other fairies. And so the way we do that is have tea parties. Let's just invite Nero to a tea party.
Selena is the greatest fucking character ever. Literally a viciously dead person at the table.
Selena is brilliant. She's brilliant.
Take inspiration, so it takes
I-
because you've inspired everyone else. You take inspiration. Everyone in the room just like silent and goes, I mean, yeah. That sounds like.
Sure about a tea party. Great. But I was
You keep breaking up, man.
sorry, I'm trying to be all dramatic and shit. I would suggest that we let Nero come to us either as an individual or as a group. And we tell him how we honestly feel. With knowing that he was trying to do something to save our friend
And
without
his friend.
endangering our things.
And his friend. I honestly believe that, you know, Nero considered Brendrig his friend, much as he considers the rest of you his friends.
Yeah. He gave Nero a lot more mage armors than I ever got. So had to be something there. Maybe self-preservation of Nero. I don't know. He did go down quite a bit. He got hit a lot and hard too.
That happens to those finger wiggling nonsense folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
A good bop to the head stops that nonsense in a hurry.
All right. I'm sure Nero will be getting here soon.
Speaking of which, he doesn't show up soon at all. By the way, he does not. You guys wait. So after all this conversation, you probably wait another hour. Because he walked and you guys flew.
Can I short rest?
Yeah, you guys absolutely could get a short rest.
Ooh.
The room starts to smell a little unfortunate,
Oh no, dude.
but I assure you that a member of House Jurasco does come in and
Spray bottle on Benrick.
ask you. Well, they'll probably no, they don't fucking
Breeze.
Little Febreze. No. They come around and they like get his information. They probably take him, somewhere for a body that is not immediately right here. And yeah.
How much do I know about Benrig's like faith and the practices of the sovereign host?
Well, how much do you know about the Sovereign Host? I don't know, Darwin. How much do you know about the Sovereign Host? Roll me a little religion check. Doesn't see if you're practiced or not. I meant it. Like, do you think Darwin has practiced the faith of the Sovereign Host?
No, I don't think so. But
okay.
I think that like we would want to respect Benrig's faith and any kind of end of life funerary things.
Yeah.
I only rolled an 8 though.
You don't know a ton about the Sovereign Host, but like in this world, the Sovereign Host is like a very primary religion. So everybody knows at least a little bit. So the DCs are quite lower. You know that they are probably one of the oldest of the religions. They worship a variety of gods. You've had some interaction with the Dark Six. They stand in direct opposition to the Dark Six. They worship gods of life and love and law and good and hunt and hearth and all of these wonderful things. Benrig often brought forth his power through, and correct me if I'm wrong here,
Shield.
but it was Onatar, that the god of. Oh no, sorry, that's the god of fire and forge. My apologies. It was what was it Arway or was it Onatar?
Onatar was what he would do his fire through. but all of his healing and help magic was from our away.
Got it. So you would often hear him declare these two names, not terribly recalling what both of them were about. You're pretty sure one was like a love god or something like that, and then the other one you would know Onatar a lot better, being a warforged and from the cogs, god of fire and the god of forge, and smiths and artificers really worship them. As for like funerary rites go, um, formal prayer usually involves song. Um, Specific songs can be directed for different individuals. Blessings are happen. But you don't really know about funerary rites. You do know that like it'd probably be best he be like given to House Kandaric so that they can get in touch with his family. Because you guys have only known him like a month and a half, 2 months. You less so, Darwin. So it's probably better that he's sent to his house so that his family can be contacted. And that's probably what the Jurasco people would gather. They'd be like, nobody here is no, people she would know. You look around, there's no dwarves in the room. Be like, especially not Kandaric dwarves. Be like, okay, we will make sure that his remains are brought back to House Kandaric, and we will be sure that they get in touch with his family.
No, we're not giving up yet.
He goes, okay.
Just out of curiosity, how long after someone is deceased can they be brought back?
Depends on the power at hand. House Jurasco performs raise dead for most, but that requires the person's body to be in a state worthy of repair, and the soul's tenuous grasp on the body is diminished after 10 days. Once that's passed, you're going to need something tremendously powerful. I wouldn't even, you probably have to go to speak to the flame bearer in Thrain or something like that. After 10 days, you probably would want to do the right thing and let him be put to rest.
Okay.
I'm sorry you're struggling, and I know I'm no grief counselor, but I have seen my fair share of families who are struggling and friends who are struggling, and I know the want to stay attached to the person who was passed on can be very strong, but you almost look at kind of half look at Selena and say, you can't go running around the city with a dead body of your friend over your shoulder, you know? You gotta put him to rest. I mean, he was a cleric. He should have his final rights and respects, you know? His family should be informed.
Yeah,
You can do what you think is best, but that's all I'll say.
well, I guess that means we've got 10 days. I don't want to give up. I'll really miss Brendrig. What should we do?
Does the doctor leave the room?
He hasn't yet, no. He will leave if you tell him to. He says, well, at least let us hold his body. I mean, if you find someone to perform is willing to perform this rite on him, you can definitely have access to him, but let us at least hold him here for 10 days.
Is there anything that you can do to preserve him?
A similar kind of apprehension that you saw from the doctor goes over their face, but give me a persuasion check, Ron. This might not be so, uh, you know.
12.
Let me get the answer for you really quick.
Gron, you got to pivot and intimidate him now.
It says, we don't have anything for preservation, but we do keep the bodies somewhere where they can be preserved as well as possible. So he would be the body starts to deteriorate. Yes, we can keep him somewhere where it will be preserved to a degree. But again, the longer you wait, it's not a permanent solution.
I'm going to lay out a cloth and start respectfully handling Benrig's like armor and stuff, and kind of taking that off so that he can like his body can be preserved in like some nice robes, perhaps. Want to keep his effects kind of in one place while we see if we can bring him back and he can come back to them. I don't know if this is appropriate or if it would be again not high religion check, but I'd like to, if I had any of the drops of I always fuck up this name.
Jupiter
the
in her hair.
Antar.
Onatar.
Onatar, yeah. If I had any of those left, I would like to kind of drop it on his like forehead or like something like in a more respectful gesture than anything. You're muted.
If you took a sample, so if you believe you would still have some left, then absolutely. You go over, you place some drops on his head. It's symbolic sign of respect. Yeah.
I'm going to ask a question.
Mhm.
Do any of you know anything about those folks from the war who dead the soldiers that they got back up after they died?
The Jurasco member will be like, oh, are you're referring to the blood of Vol?
Yeah.
Uh, different religions have different beliefs. They wouldn't they would believe that your friend here, well, at least shall I say the body before you is no longer him, that he's gone, and that this is just a body, and a body to be potentially utilized as well. In the last war, the Karnathi utilized bodies in necromancy and raised them as undead soldiers because they believed that they no longer had relevance to the person they were when they were alive. So if you were to go to the Blood of Vol, um, I'm not an expert on their religion. They're more inclined to raise people as animated soldiers, but maybe they deal in resurrection. It's not a religion I have a great deal of practice with, other than that.
Well, I just remember hearing stories about some of the some of the commanders also being that way, which would indicate some of whatever they were, how much I don't know, you know, came through that process, whatever it is. But I don't know if that's even a viable option. It might be antithetical to his belief set. I'm just trying to cover.
Hey,
I would,
Ryan.
yeah,
Uh, can I make a check to see if I am familiar with what Gron is talking about?
sure, make a religion check. In the meantime, the Jurasco individual would say, like, well, I would implore you to he was a priest of the sovereign host, and they're very different belief system. Talenta, what'd you get?
19.
I think you are well aware. The Sirens fought viciously for 100 years against the Karnathi, and I'm not going to know the years specifically off the top of the dome, but at a certain point, I'm pretty sure it was somewhat early on, the Karnathi took on the national religion of the Blood of Vol, which very much that was their logic system, as he described it, was when you die, your soul has moved on. Your body is irrelevant now. And there would be no funeral rites surrounding the burning of the body or the burial of the body. The body doesn't
Yeah.
matter anymore. The soul's moved on. So if you were to have a funeral rite, it wouldn't involve the body at all. They'd throw it in a trench for all they care. But
So
because of that, because there's no relevance surrounding the corpse any longer, they had no issue with resurrecting them and turning them into an army of the undead, which gave them, during famine in Karnath, they couldn't feed soldiers very well, and this solved the problem quite aptly.
and based on my background, would I know any of the brought back commanders like Gron was talking about that actually did retain some of their faculties?
What you roll pretty well. Given your background, you would know. I'll give you a little bit extra. So the whole purpose behind the Blood of Vol religion is there are no gods, and if there are gods, they're assholes. So fuck them. Because they're like, if we die, we go to like this shadow realm of torment, and there's so much suffering in the world, and the gods were real. Why would they allow all this? Fuck them. So what they believe is the true pursuit of life is pursuing immortality. Because death is cruel and death is injustice, and to live forever is great. So a lot of that comes through undeath, vampirism, lichdom, other sources, but basically a follower of the Blood of Vol, their whole life is spent in pursuit of living, like avoiding death and living forever as long as they can, because death is the end and cruel. So the answer to your question is yes, have been plenty of members of the Karnathi military who were sentient, who became like essentially Death Knights and commanded the armies with near immortality. Like they couldn't die through age anyway.
Dude, I love Talenta's lore, man. It's so cool.
But that's the thing. That's not Talenta's lore. That
It's
is the
before.
lore of your
Yeah.
enemy. That is the lore of your
Right.
of your mortal
Off
enemy.
off topic, I fucking love Karnath so much.
Karnath's really interesting. It's a very interesting.
Fucking theocracy, undead, fucking basically
They're a
Riddick.
monarchy for sure, but they just embraced this religion for the sake of military prowess.
Makes sense, honestly. Yeah.
And then in response, the Sirens, who ran out of money and were betrayed on all sides and aren't as military cultured as Karnath, were like, well, what do we fucking do? And Candace was like, bro, how about like an army of robots?
You seen like the play iRobot? Let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah, honestly. Yo, bro, you ever seen iRobot? No.
But
Anyway, bringing it back in. So I got
Yeah.
a little interest in the Eberron lore.
yeah, but I think after thinking on it and his past experiences with individuals that may have been somewhat of what Gron is describing, I think he would pipe up and he would say, Gron, that is a dangerous road to go down. That'll be a last resort.
I'm not making any judgment one way or the other. I just a function of making sure that all of the cards are available on the table. I don't even know
understand.
if those are cards worth playing.
Yeah, and effectively at the end of the day, and the Jurasco post will bring it home, say like, I understand your desperation, but at the end of the day, if you respect your friend, he was a priest of the sovereign host. There's many religions with many answers to what happens after you die, but his was the sovereign host. If you respect him, then maybe that's where you should try and find your answers if there are any. I'll leave you to your mourning and whatnot, but allow us at least to keep him on ice while you figure out what you want to do with him. If I don't hear from you in 10 days, I will inform House Kandaric and have his remains transferred to the house.
Okay, I guess we can go sit out front and wait for Nero to show up.
He'll lean in and say, I would suggest looking at the body, he goes, if you really are in conflict with who we believe you're in conflict with, House Jurasco might not be the best place to hang around. As a friendly warning. You didn't hear it from me.
What is your name?
Yeah, right. And he walks out.
I just wanted to... Okay.
While we wait for Nero, Selena's going to use Druidcraft to make a flower crown for Benrig.
Aww. Flower crown is. Meanwhile, Nero, are your ears burning or what?
I got robbed on the way over here. All the money's gone.
That would suck. Yeah, but you hear
I'm
a
rolling for
huffing
it.
invisible voice when you come out, like
No, he rolled for it, dude.
Nah, you're good. I rolled for it, but you're good.
I was invisible. I was visible the whole time running.
Hey, I'm a dragon. I'm a dragon mugger.
Oh, yeah. But before we go, I know Darwin pulled aside stuff for Brendrig. Gron is going to take his sole remaining hand axe because he threw the other one and never picked it back up. He's going to slice his own palm with it and see that it's tucked into Bendrick's hands before he leaves.
Understood. Meanwhile, oh, yes, Slim.
I just had a question. Did we pick up Benrig's shield too, or did that get left behind?
So I can tell you what Benrick has that would be.
I would imagine it was probably strapped to his arm.
Yeah,
Okay.
his shield's not really that important, just like a basic iron shield.
+2 AC.
Yeah. He has that +1 mace that he used that is like the Onataris tier, he had called it. And then he had the adamantine breastplate, medium armor, which Darwin took. And then also he had that bead, but I think someone already picked that up.
Gron's got it.
Yeah, and then the only other thing would be 1 Featherfall token, if anyone wants an extra one or wanted to pocket that. But that would be the only other thing, and then approximately 500 gold.
I feel like Benrick would have wanted us to do his fun. I feel like that would have been his.
I mean, it stonks.
Okay, we're officially gonna go head over to Nero. Nero, you walk out of the bank. You got your platinum.
I turn invisible.
Turning invisible again, so you should be a disguised self and 2 invisibilities down now, on top of whatever else you'll spend today. And as you're walking, as you've been hearing for most of the walk, that sort of voice whenever you go toward a shadow, you take back roads, and that's how you get around so fast. And every back road.
Ryan. Oh, oops.
Yeah, sorry, the cat is.
Smokey followed me.
Guys, I met Smokey on the weekend, and she is so sweet.
Aw.
She's scared and so sweet.
I'm also imagining Ryan, despite being invisible, I'm constantly looking over my back.
Sure.
So
So you move through the city so fast because you take back. Oh, Jesus Christ. Because you take back roads and stuff, but in back roads is where the shadows are most. And every time you walk down, the volume gets louder, as if it's waiting for you in the shadows of the back roads, and you can just sort of hear it like a whisper. But as you enter the back, you say, "They must hate you. Yes, they must."
So despite as far as I keep moving, it keeps like right behind. The voice is like right behind me.
Like it's always like it's over your shoulder or like underfoot or something. And it's saying, if I were them, I would despise you as well.
Fuck off. I'm fucking insane.
He died because you just weren't fast enough.
Fuck off.
Isn't it a shame?
Shut the I said fuck off.
If only you were faster. If only you were a
Fuck
little bit
off.
smarter. Perhaps a lot smarter because you are one dumb fuck, aren't you?
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Oh, you can't shut me up. Because I just get louder and louder with each failing you make. Each time you let someone down. Each time you let yourself down. Each time someone dies on your watch, just like Viatelli. Just like Benrig. They're in my realm now. The realm of shadow forever.
Fuck off. Like, I actually go out of the way to dash into the light, actually.
Yeah, there are times perhaps where it slows you down because you refuse to use the back roads because the voice just becomes so overwhelming. And but you do eventually get there. And I will say, as the party, I want you to make me a charisma saving throw, Nero, as these voices are, well, this one voice is pervading your mind.
Okay. 17.
17. What's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC. 14.
As you guys all step out of the Dragon Tower facility known as the Panaceum. You get a little ways down the road trying to decide what to do with yourselves, and you do see Nero come hustling down the street. Nero, you kind of catch the party sort of across the street from the actual building. Other than looking tired, Nero doesn't look too worse for wear.
Okay, I rush over.
Okay.
I got it. Okay, I got it. 100 platinum, that should be enough. How much was it? How much is it?
We won't be accepted here, Nero.
What do you mean? I have the go. I have what they want. What do you mean they want what they
Hey,
want? I have.
Nero. Benrig is being preserved here. The doctors won't touch him because he's been marked for death by,
Zidane.
yeah. So we're gonna
There's
have to
not a
go somewhere else.
single person in that damn building who will do anything.
No.
Fucking course there's nobody fucking in there. Fucking hell. All this fucking gold doesn't mean a goddamn Okay.
We
The
have
flame.
a couple of ideas, yeah.
The Templars, his friends, those Silver Fire Templar people, they gotta have something, right?
Maybe.
Okay, we'll go over. We'll try over there next. We'll try over there next. Okay. God, like Ryan, would I know where Civic Station is?
Yeah, you're in the Dragon Towers.
Okay.
I will say though, it is getting rather late. You expect perhaps shops are closing up. It might be best if you guys have plans to do them in the morning. You've had a very long day.
Okay. Well, I say we use Civic Station to call over the skiff.
Do we want to go home? We still have the stones. People still know we have the stones. We're likely to get rolled again.
I have an idea. I have an idea for that.
As a reminder, you do have the
I
Castlanters running interference and protecting you
Oh, yeah.
instead.
Forgot.
So I guess above table, what are the options that we kind of have listed so far?
For what?
Getting Benric back.
By the sounds of things, try and find someone from the Sovereign Host who might be willing to bring him back. Or if you want to expand into other religions, try and beseech them. But like without Jurasco, your best bet is to try and find a very powerful cleric. So it sounds like you guys want to go bark up the Sovereign Host or Silver Flame Tree.
Okay.
But there are many religions in this world. You have many powers.
Okay.
The sun is
I-
growing orange and low on the horizon, however. So, you know,
Okay. Let's regroup at the Platinum's Rest and get some much needed rest. I think we all deserve.
Perhaps we should make a toast to Benrig.
Yeah.
People keep dying around us, you know? Anyone else notice that?
6 silver each if you want to take a sky coach back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nero, we have noticed.
I'll cover the sky coach.
Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Got money to burn. It's not like it can do much else right now.
All right. Sky coach away. You fly back down Terminus Station, Tavix Landing. You guys can find. I'm trying to be better about this because every time you get home, I want to make your place a little bit more alive when we get there. So give me just a half a moment. Okay, here we go.
But he's not alive. He's dead, isn't he?
No, the tavern's alive. Your friend is dead.
Oh,
We can't
thanks
do
for
anything
fucking reminding me.
on Tailspire if you're running it, by the way.
I think he's trying to fix the map.
Oh, okay.
Oh, have I not been sharing? Great. Fuck.
This entire time.
Fuck. Fuck.
That's okay. We've been having largely
Yeah.
location important conversation. So
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Roll me a d6, and then
I
someone
will.
roll me another d6.
I will.
I'll roll the second.
All right. Okay, got it. Yeah.
No, Microsoft Copilot. I don't want to talk to you. That is a dos.
Double twos. All right.
It's written in the
Irish,
stars.
Spanish.
It's written in the stars.
Så jag går dan till the Tal'Dorei. All right, let's see here.
Super Scottish.
Okay, so nothing tremendously exciting is happening here tonight other than the usual sort of like crowds. You do see your bar, we'll say the ghost is working today. You see that those like floaty guys are around as well. You guys pick a booth to chill out at. And yeah. You find your way to one of these like upper booths and like kind of grab like private to yourself moment perhaps. One of these like floating Kalashtar come over and serve you drink or the drinks that you would want, and you guys can have your toast if you wish.
Beer.
Okay.
Neil just orders beer.
Sure. We'll mark off, if there's ever a place that's more important to mark off gold for drinks for, it is here, because directly comes out of your pockets when you buy stuff here. So mark
It
off
goes back
copper,
into our
4
pockets.
copper for a beer.
What was Benrig's favorite drink?
Not the shit they're selling at that very high-end tavern on high central. You probably saw the dwarf drinking plenty of beer, yeah.
I will order the finest glass of ale.
Yes,
A
they're
popular
nice.
dwarven brand.
Yes. Dwarven brew.
Yeah, it's kind of like a, gastropub brand. But
If it matters. Oh, if it matters, around the tavern, you guys would see Maloon War Dragon, the guy who you helped his axe, get his axe situation figured out, who was dominated by Tarkanan for a minute there. He seems to be back in his normal spirits and is drinking down below and making good friends. You guys, those of you who started the adventure together, and Nero especially, you guys would identify that orc who got the shit kicked out of them by Boromar. Is here as well, having a drink. Nero, you would know that this person is connected to High Raptors and was like sort of the person to talk to if you want to meet with her. Those are who are in attendance. Beers come around. And each one of you is served a nice tankard of beer.
well, I suppose the question is who wants to start with some words or fond memories, maybe, or funny ones.
I am going to say, just because there's been a lot of talk
Yeah.
about Benrig, Tally says this, and you guys start to begin to share memories and thoughts. And for you, Darwin, it kind of, when Fellowship of the Ring, when they meet Galadriel, and Galadriel's like, "Welcome and have rest. The road has been weary." And then when she her eyes hit Frodo, um, you can still hear it, but it's kind of in the background as a voice prevails through the mind. And the very same thing happens to you, Darwin, is they're talking, it very abruptly sort of fades to the background as a voice very redolently appears in your mind and says,
Hello, middleman. I know of your dreams. They're not your own. Come to the closet. We must talk.
Hey, the closet. Good job, buddy. Going back in, do we see?
And then you'll just see there will be a broom closet and a spectral hand will open the door.
Colin will happy you're coming out of the closet soon.
I believe the spectral hand is invisible technically because of,
If I would like it to be, yeah. But
Oh,
I'll
if you
have
like.
it. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
did you do what I think you did?
so
done
you
did?
you hear this Darwin and then sort of almost in a ghost way perhaps the door sort of across the balcony kind of to one of the storage closets, one of the sort of yeah.
I excuse myself real quickly. I'm sorry, y'all. I think I have to ponder or grieve on my own for now.
You're not even
And,
crying. Why aren't
on the
you crying?
inside.
On the inside.
And then I make my way over to the closet, and I suppose shut it behind me.
You guys are like,
Oh
"You really did
yeah.
need a private moment." He's gonna go hide in the closet.
Darwin, inside you'll see a tall 5'10" large man wearing silver armor. It's got a little bit of a purple hue. He's holding a wizard's tome. It's long silver hair. kind of like milky white eyes, very, very pale skin. And his mouth doesn't move when he speaks. He just speaks in your head and he says, "Hello. I know you're troubled. I've
You have. Oh, sorry.
heard from the spirits the things you're plighted by."
You have answers for me.
I don't directly, but I can speak with spirits that do and can help us understand. I am
And
Kalistar. I've worked at the bar for a while. I've been keeping an eye on you.
what is your name?
My name is Katash. I sense the dreams that you have, but they don't seem to be your own.
No, my kind doesn't dream. We're not supposed to anyway. And this has been plaguing me ever since I lost my creator.
Your creator.
Yes, he was
Yeah, go ahead.
he was like a father to me. Genius, idiot father. The morning, of course. I don't know what happened, but now I'm stuck dreaming, and this is the first real lead I've had on it in 2 years.
I see. I can. My people have a way with dreams. We can interpret them and learn with them and speak with spirits of dreaming. These don't seem your own, but perhaps with the help of the quarry, I can help you learn about them and figure them out.
I would greatly appreciate that. How can I begin?
How about I do a prayer and ask the spirits to just tell me something preliminary about you or your condition, how I can help you.
Okay.
Would you kneel with me?
I kneel.
Yeah, and I'll do a little like religious rite, kind of like asking the spirits.
All right. My question to you would be, is this, are you using a spell, a feature, or are you reaching out to the spirit that is attached to you?
This would be just me reaching out to the spirit that's attached to me, that attaches me to dreaming.
Absolutely. You reach out, and as always, its presence is never too far, and it speaks to you in without words, and it relays to you the same feeling it's been giving you ever since you first saw Darwin, which is this feeling of sort of curiosity, but also a feeling of frustration. And as if trying to show you what it means, you get the feeling of a fish caught in a net. Sort of that desperate kind of got caught up and can't find a way out. Or perhaps the feeling of a parasite. Something latching onto something and taking from them. And again, that pervasive feeling from your spirit of like uncertainty of which it is. Despite wanting to help, it's uncertain which it is. And it's the same feeling that the quarry has not been able to overcome. And even at this proximity, and I acknowledge with Darwin, it seems that unfortunately it assimilates to you disappointment, the emotion of disappointment that this wasn't able to help though it thought it might.
Yeah. Darwin, I suppose it's a question of how you perceive the dreams. Do they leech off you? Are they replaying scenes of your subconscious that take a toll of you or on you? Or is it different? I don't know, but I'm very happy to help you find out. Seems there's something holding on to you.
Thank you. Well, let's say overall the dreams make me feel uneasy. Not only the fact that I shouldn't be able to dream, but I feel like something's trying to reach out, but I don't know if I want to reach back. I don't know what
Yes, the dreams and what you can feel are powerful. We, or even have beings of ourselves that are opposite to myself. They're called dreamwalkers. They defy those dream spirits and are on the run from nightmares, manifestations of our spirit.
so how can I tell if it's one of the good ones or bad ones? Or if it's even this at all?
I think they may be different, but I think my knowledge of dreaming is only beginning, and I'd be happy to help you interpret. And if it is something that you would decide to excise or try and deal with permanently, I would be happy to try and purge that parasite for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, I've just been going through making drinks and helping people through the city, but I sense that you needed it a bit more now.
Yeah, I did, especially today. Would you care to join us back at the table?
Sure. Thank you very much.
Oh shit, I can't. I'm actually late for my shift. Starts in 10 minutes.
Does this mean I'm not officially an employee? I'm just kidding.
You are fired.
Yeah, he'll just walk over. You guys will all see the picture.
And you've seen him around. Like,
Yeah.
this individual works for you guys and has worked for you guys since the place has been established. He's been like a waiter. He's actually the guy who served you your drinks.
I think Tally would be sitting like
Oh yeah, I'll get another one.
Just been
maybe two
walking
more.
and he
Oh
says this
no.
in your head. Hello, Talenta. My name is Katash. I am a new friend of Darwin's.
You guys hear that, right?
No,
And he'll just like go around speaking to everyone in their head. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, cool. Give me two more. You're
another one, another round. Like Ludwig, I mean, Nero looks unbothered. He thinks he's another waiter.
Yeah, and then you hear the voice.
An
Oh, got another
invisible
one.
mage hand will just grab you from the back of the head and say, "Be respectful." In your head, you'll hear it. I have been in this bar and served your patrons happily. Now I wish to serve the Platinum Watch, Mr. Duskfall.
Inside check on this fucking
What are
guy.
your credentials?
Sure. What are you inciting exactly?
This dude, Kutash.
Yeah, I know, but what about
Is
him?
he sincere about like, hey, I want to help?
Sure, make an insight check.
Is there an
Like,
ulterior motive he's hiding?
Tash, make me a persuasion or deception privately.
Dun, 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 dun.
And send me
19.
whatever the truth is privately and what you rolled.
I don't give a shit. I did it publicly. It was a nat 20. You can think he's lying if you want to, but by all appearances, he's being sincere and he's just
The truest person you've ever seen.
What's the total?
21.
21, what'd you get here?
19.
Yeah, you're surprised, but like you see him come forward and he seems like he's your bartender. He's technically like one of your servers, but he in this moment you kind of see that there's more to him than meets the eye.
So I guess we can expect a lot of nonverbal communication from you, huh?
I would say so, and he'll
In
put
my
his
every time he talks, it's in. Okay.
Yeah, in your head, and then he'll put his hand on your shoulder. Now try. Don't open your mouth. And
What?
you can now speak telepathically in my head.
You hear him in his head say, "What the fuck? This
Yeah.
fucking whack job touching my
So
fucking shoulder."
I have
There's
an
plates to
ability
scrub.
when I'm speaking telepathically. I can give that creature the ability to telepathically speak with me for an hour.
Yeah, so as he does this, and this is for everybody, as he goes around and like makes this psychic connection, it's not like he suddenly got the inside scoop onto your like conscious thoughts,
Yeah.
but you do feel like suddenly like psychic potential, and it's your decision if you want to tap into that. Like you know, in this moment you're connected to his mind, and that you could send something down the line, so to speak. But then once he moves on to the next person, you feel that thread cut, and you are no longer capable of this very minor psychic power that he has established.
Oh, that's freaky.
And just as for flavor, when he does this, just like he doesn't have pupils because I want his eyes to be like kind of full milky gray, but they'll do like a little white glow of an iris when he does more psychic.
Is it like a kind of like a humming kind of glow, and then it recedes back?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Silent communication would be very useful.
How far away can you communicate with the individual you have the connection to? Akira. Very true, John. Sick ass motorcycle sled.
Within a short distance, my power grows as I get more strong myself. But when I have a telepathic connection, I can just speak with them. I believe for virtually any distance when I have the link, such as yours and mine.
Okay.
And then after he's done this, he'll just start speaking in common.
So you could talk the whole time.
Of course I could.
That was your quirk.
How could I take drinks?
I would have gone my entire time just not speaking. Anyway, what are your credentials? Good Ruidar, you said?
Katash.
Ah.
I don't know that I have many credentials.
No references?
No. I've grown up in Sharn. My parents were nomads. I've lived here since I was a kid. But just helping people. I followed the path of light, and I communicate with the spirits of the quarry to do good and help over
I'll be his
Sharn.
reference. I'll vouch for him.
Oh, you beat me to it, dude. I said something in the second chat.
Hey, Darwin, can you let me
Yeah, I just like look over at Darwin. Hey, help out. No, I'm just kidding.
What do you mean? What references? You already hired me.
So far, I've just been aiding people through a fine drink and a nice joke at the bar, but perhaps I can do more.
Question?
Yes.
Yeah, like 3 things. 1, how can you do the thing in my head? 2, what is the path of light? And 3, what's a quarry? Is that a fish or something? It sounds like a fish.
Very funny.
That sounds like a fish.
The quarry is a collection of spirits of light and dream that the Kalashtar people, my people, are connected to. We have a connection to dreaming itself, and these spirits have some sort of a link in our head.
Why do you want to join the Platinum Watch? I know you said you have been helping people and things of the like, but why specifically the Platinum Watch?
This also ties into the path of light. It is a order of doing good, not to a god or a religion, but merely just towards good and prosperity and freedom to the people. Within that light, I felt a loss lately.
This is very convenient for us, you understand.
Yes, very convenient for myself as well.
Huh.
There's someone who was very gracious.
Are you referring to Lord Kandarik?
No, I'm referring to the DM.
Sorry, what was the question?
Nope, I was saying that you were very gracious for allowing me to follow the path of light and put me on that path.
Yeah.
Of course, my child.
Who?
Yes.
Did you say DM? Is that an acronym for something? What does that mean?
A hand will just apparate in front of your face and just like splash a cup on you, splash like water in your face.
Sorry, I think I was going down a rabbit hole that's way too far.
Yeah, you started drooling for a second. That was.
Mouth is kind of dry. Hey, can I get some more? Oh, sorry, you're not.
You know what I'll do? I will, wave my hand and cast Find Familiar, and
Find Familiar takes an hour, but you can summon him. I will assume he's pre-summoned already.
Oh, okay, yeah. If I could, I'll just like whistle, and you'll see like a white bat fly out from the back, come to my shoulder. Hey, Tal'Dorei!
Don't move! Don't move!
Enough. Yeah,
right.
and then yeah, Uh, here, go get the wineskin, and they'll just send it off, and it'll come back carrying a wineskin. Here.
Smokey, take notes.
Yeah,
Smokey's
Smokey.
just like
Can you
Smokey's
do that?
just like on the couch going, just like stretching along across the couch, being not home. She goes, like goes up to Katash and like headbutts him in the chest and starts purring.
Yeah, he'll just do that thing where people like half like cats don't really bend down. They just like lean their shoulder down and pat it on the head. Yes, hello. But he's not rude at all. Mm, if you guys would like assistance, I would be more than happy to.
All right. Well, you're gonna have to undergo a set of interrogative questions that I need to put forth.
Yeah, more interrogative than the ones I've asked.
Yes,
We didn't even get to the
Tal.
mother's maiden name portion.
Well, yes. Let's begin.
Of course.
And Selena's gonna try to look intimidating, but she's a fairy
Make an
princess. so-
intimidation check.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Like this at the table.
Gron will just stand behind Selena.
Yeah.
Nice, I love it.
Who do you work for?
Now the question is, do I give you
I'd like
advantage
to give
or
her the help
disadvantage for
action.
Gron? Yeah. Did you get there?
18.
18. Just for fun, make your own, Gron. We'll call that help.
Nice.
Oh, Gron has no charisma.
You could use your strength if you wish, because you're.
Oh, that
being
would
physically-
be better, but they'll roll a 6 to give me a 9.
So yeah, maybe Gron is there. Like, I mean, Katash, you're a server, and in Sharn, so there are tons of different types of people. Like you've probably served ogres and minotaurs, and so Gron being physically imposing is like, all right, like whatever.
I brought this guy and his girlfriend shots last week on
Yeah,
the dance
yeah.
floor.
Yeah, him and that like super hot chick in
Him and
black
that lady.
dress,
I
that was
brought
weird.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, but what's intimidating about Selena is it's like her hammer is way too big for her. There's no reason she'd be able to carry it. And also, the gossip around the bars is that she's, as sweet as she is, she's actually a serial killer because like she
Yeah.
bops, and everyone's like, there's all kinds of gossip around the bar. about Selena.
The triplets have been talking.
Yeah, the triplets been talking. That's right.
Okay.
I hear her thoughts, and they are not wholesome.
Oh, yes, princess, interrogate away. He does like a little unnerved, but I'm happy to talk.
Oh yeah, cool. She's kind of looking at Tally and is gonna copy his mannerisms. So, and I can only imagine he's like got his arms crossed and he's like kind of staring Katash down a little bit. And so she's gonna like look over and like try to copy because she's not the interrogator, you know.
Katosh definitely is very relaxed though, so he's just sitting one of these.
Nice. So we're going up against some of the most. Can you mute, Ryan? Is that okay?
Sure.
Thank you. We're going up against some of the most dangerous factions in the city. House Tarkanan, House Boromar, Jurasco. Are you up for that kind of work?
Well, that all sounds quite intensive, but I'm a versed cleric and mage at that. I think that I could assist you, hopefully. I would surely do my best.
Okay, that's an acceptable answer. We'll continue. So, did you know our survival rates are not very high?
Some might say abysmal.
Yes, there's talk. I, being an employee of the Platinum Watch, I speak with the other employees, Elaine, and there are 3 other Kalashkar triplets. We've spoken, and we hadn't seen Lord Fjarlin in a while, and we asked, and we heard of this horrific explosion, and then we hear of this botched escape. I'm not exactly thrilled, but I think that your chances are better with help than without. So I will do my best.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good point. You're right.
Perhaps I can become strong enough to help your friend who passed.
Oh, wow. Now that would
Maybe.
be something incredible. Yeah. Okay. Last question. And this is probably the most important one. Gron doesn't shower. He stinks. Can you handle that?
I suppose it will do. I'll just have to try and separate my accommodation or stay in the employee accommodation.
Otherwise, he's great. We love Gron. It's just the smell that kind of
Yes,
gets you.
he seems quite formidable. Sir, you're
It's
very
pungent.
intimidating. You don't have
Pungent.
to stare at me like that, sir.
I stare at everybody like this.
Uh,
It has nothing to do with you.
okay. Do you get this face looking back at you a lot?
Your face? No, but other faces, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I'm not very strong. I can hardly hold my mace, to be quite frank, but I can cast many spells and
You ever killed a man? Or elf? Or dwarf? Or any other?
Halfling.
Halfling.
Have you?
Especially
What are your thoughts
halfling.
on killing halfling?
oh, no, I was being robbed once, and so I used my mace and I hit him, and his helmet his bell got rung, and he couldn't get to me. But that's exactly it. Not too strong. And I will, like, if there's a chair beside me, I'll just like try and pick up my mace, like weakly pick it up, swing it at the chair, and then booming blade it. So it just like
Yeah, you knock over the chair. You're like, "Ugh," and the chair gets like,
Yeah.
falls over. But what's interesting about it is that it begins to shake, like it starts to vibrate.
And then I'll just like my mage hand will push it,
And then it will just like just explode in like every direction, like it was a bomb, and like he turned it into a bomb.
That is so smart. Oh my god, Colin. You're awesome. That is fucking awesome. Oh my god. I'm in awe.
Yeah. So I'm not very strong, but I can use my magic still. And he like is like he has a 9 strength.
You can put it down. That looks painful. That looks very painful. How do you carry that?
He'll just sit down. In this bag.
Do you need to use
Nero,
a
that
heavy
was
weapon?
that was booming blade.
I mean, I've got a dagger. Can you make it work with a dagger?
Oh, that would actually be amazing. Please.
Okay, let me see here. He like pulls. He's fucking.
Oh,
Hold on.
what is on
butcher.
that one? Why is it red?
That's the butcher. That one
Oh.
has some very strange meat on it. I don't know.
You not clean your weapons?
No.
I'll just take this one and I'll take like the tiniest one. Thank you. Please.
Okay.
If that's all right. And it's literally
That
just
one
like
has a
pen
special
knife,
place.
a pen knife. Oh,
I feel like the vibe ends up going into you guys end up just like getting drunk or fucking around with like Katosh busting up
Yeah,
furniture.
my mage hand will bring a tower of shots.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, come on, come on.
Well, because
I'm gonna-
it's telekinesis, right? So like,
Yeah.
so he's just kind of like, and then suddenly like, yeah, like a little tower of shots form in front of you guys. You guys are like, that's hot. And like the triplets like serve you guys all night with like a little bit of a raised eyebrow in your direction, Katosh. And there's certainly a silent conversation probably going on there about like, well done, along those lines.
Towards mobility.
Yep. Yes, Nero.
Yeah, as the night goes on and he starts drinking more, he's not as engaged as the rest of. He's just thinking. He's gonna go, and Nero starts thinking about security for the Platinum Rest, and he starts to remember as he saw the orc lady downstairs, and he's gonna head down, excuse himself to head down there and talk to her.
You're talking to who?
The orc lady who's supposed to be the contact.
Oh, sure. Okay. You go talk to her. She's around. Yeah, you go talk to Stone Fist. She's kind of chilling at the bar.
As you walk away, Nero, you hear from Tally like, "Okay, but can you throw the shot glass at me and then do the thing? I just want to see how bad it hurts. I just want to see how bad it hurts."
If you do that, you're hired. Again. But anyway, yeah, you wander on down there, and she's just kind of at the bar, like, got like a whiskey glass in her hand. She's just kind of like swishing it around, looking down into it, and you kind of walk over. She doesn't regard you too broadly, but she does refer to you subtly. She says, actually, she doesn't start the conversation. She just kind of like acknowledges your presence and just kind of keeps leaning on the bar.
Sup?
Sup?
What do you think of this place?
It's the best bar in all of Sharn, for sure.
I know you're lying. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm lying. What do you want?
We get it. I go out of this place a lot. I go out of this place a lot recently. I don't like the idea of living it undefended.
Well,
How-
from the looks of it, it's not. You got that guy with the giant sword wandering around here now, don't you?
Yep.
Some security, huh?
Yeah, but I just want a little bit more insurance, you know?
Well, you're barking up the wrong tree. Unless you want some outsourced work.
I got the money. What do you got on offer?
Talk to our mutual friend. I'm surprised she didn't give you the information.
I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, Ryan. It's like
Yeah, I'm
two.
making my way over.
It's okay. It's like 2 gold of veteran and 3 silver. 2 or 3 silver.
Just
buck.
give me a minute.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
She says, I can talk to Toshlin. She can get some mercenaries hired. It's just up to you if you want them to be thugs out of Lower Dura or experienced vets from the last war.
The last war. I want people around here to protect this place that can kill.
Alright. No matter who I find, they'll know how to kill. It's just, are they going to do it with a club or are they going to do it with a proper sword? If you want to be a proper sword, you know what it costs to hire a capable warrior. 2 gold a day.
2 gold a day. Ryan, can I get a guess of like how many people it would take to like properly cover the platinum rest?
That is entirely up to you. That is entirely at your discretion. You can have one person stand at the door. A veteran is very capable. Like, you saw the Castellanter veteran with their big fuck you sword go to work while you guys were fighting in the club. That would be who is there. It would be That would be the kind of people you're hiring. So you could hire one, the guard to be the guard the door. Whoever this is will be on top of the Castellanters or replacing the Castellanters. So it's up to you. You could hire like 2 solid veterans and then like 10 thugs. Like it's up whatever you want to do is what it's gonna be. But if you're asking me about like the tactics of hiring a security team, that would be more like you're asking me what Nero knows about hiring a security team. Probably doesn't know much. So
I know how to get around a security team.
That's entirely at your discretion, Derek.
Okay,
What you
okay,
think Nero would want to hire.
okay. I'll keep 2 of them. I'll take 2.
All right, I'll hire you 2 veterans. They'll be here in the morning.
Okay, I'll hire them for the next 10 days. Okay.
All right. Well, I'll pay him. Just hand me the gold when.
20 gold.
All right, you got yourselves 10 days worth of vet guards.
Okay, thanks. Enjoy the drinks. I'm gonna enjoy mine. And Nero takes another beer and he just heads back to the others.
Got it.
How many beers have we had so far?
Well, we're gonna skip that because it is break time, and as
Okay.
you guys have gone late into the night, you've had some drinks. Maybe things kind of go between sort of a reminiscing sort of grief or guilt about your long lost Kandaric, or perhaps sort of enjoying the camaraderie of seeming like something or someone is on your side because they've sent you a new spellcaster, a new cleric of sorts, a new priest, and that will fade into the night, and we will go on a break. We'll take a 15-minute break. When we get back, we'll wake up the next morning, and there'll be inexplicably 2 highly trained Brailish warriors guarding.
Okay.
Okay. You wake up the next morning. You know, the reality of what had happened washes over you. But the truth of the matter is that it's a new day with its same problems. You have 3 crime syndicates breathing down your neck, let alone all the other factions in the world who want what you got, and you don't even have everything yet. You have allies. And you have 2 new mercenary-looking types with who don't look like they don't know what they're doing. Strong, scarred, look like they've been blooded in battle before, meandering about the place, standing near doors, keeping an eye out. Maybe as a person walks in, they kind of bump them back with a hand and pat them down, tell them they can go in. Everyone's like, who the fuck are these guys? Like, oh, got new belts. Way to go, House Glanda. And the Castellanters. So there's 2 spies kind of keeping an eye on the crowds around who you guys know. Nobody else really knows, but they're kind of keeping an eye on people who come and go from the place. You've got the 3rd Castellanter veteran who's working around and reporting back to Sephia, who sort of sits at this one table at the back, and the 3 of them kind of report to her, and she organizes to make sure everything's running smoothly. Platinum Rest is locked down. You guys have quite a security force. It'll make a lot of people think twice before attacking this place.
Okay, cool. I've explained to the others, yeah, I threw some money around and I brought in these other guys to help out.
Good thinking.
After
Thank
what
you.
happened, we gotta do something.
Oh, I told the rest of them last night, Nero, but I need to tell you, I can't uphold our contract. Sorry. I've got a blood oath that is going to supersede that necessity.
A what? A blood oath?
Yeah. You were there.
You mean You mean you want to go? You mean you want to kill Boss Boromar?
I told him not only would he die, but I would make his clan bleed. I have every intention of seeing that through.
Nero kind of like sighs to himself, like, "Oh boy, look."
You don't have to be involved. I don't expect you to be involved. I just wanted you to understand that I'm going to be around. I'm going to help out as much as I can. But the Boromar clan is going to be hunted.
Katash will speak in your head and he'll just say, Gron Shastar, just know I will protect you in this endeavor. But I think where you're best served as a spear against Boromar is at the front line here. I'll ensure that you stand up to hold that line.
I have zero intention of necessarily going anywhere, but the focus is bleeding them.
Of course, the loss suffered was great.
Gron, like, the day's just started. We'll talk about this more later. Still have a hangover from last night, but like, it's not that I understand. It's not that I don't feel the same way you feel, but it's like it can't be done. It's not that I'm saying it shouldn't be done. You don't want to try, but it can't be done. It's Gron. It's Sharn.
It can be done. They are not eternal. And specifically, Sidon isn't eternal. Patience.
The fucking with guys like Jurasco doesn't want to help us, even though I have the money. Is because they're scared of him. That's power. That's something we just do not have.
So we get it.
We'll need to test it out anyway. We need more of these amulets, right?
Yeah. I mean, we'll talk about the amulets in a sec. So I spy Ryan. I spy Vincent Trench down there.
No, you don't.
Okay, never mind.
You are locked in very intense conversation with Gron at the moment.
Okay, never mind.
For those
Sorry.
of you who are a little more quiet around the table, I think I'd say Tally, because you had originally hired him with Nero. You see Vincent Trench kind of in the shadiest corner in the back of the room, smoking a cigarette, lots of whiskey in front of him. Black and white.
Is it only black and white over there?
That's the best name.
I'll walk over and sit at his corner or something.
Mr. Jones. Good to see you again.
Seeing you. Am I also in black and white, standing over here, or is it just him?
Yeah, now that you've entered his panel,
His
in the
domain.
comic book, you are. Now, yeah, he has a layer feature. It's like anywhere he goes with his hat on,
Becomes noir.
Exactly. He looks around, pops his collar up so he's staying a little hidden. He goes, "Got information regarding what we talked about that day."
Well, spell it. What was that?
These Casamigos. They're no good. He's turned up quite a bit of information, actually. some concerning information.
Figure out.
I have reason to believe that they are Dark Six worshippers. You see, their son, their Yes.
Why'd you stop? Why you left?
As
Come on.
Osvaldo.
You asked for
He
this.
goes, their oldest son died in mysterious circumstances, and they've been scrambling ever since, but it's worth noting that their fortunes kind of took off inexplicably after their son's death. I have reason to believe that they either willingly or accidentally sacrificed their son to one of the denizens of the Dark Six. This much I do not know, but I was, shall we say, snooping around, and I happened to have found some paraphernalia that points me in the direction that they've been, leveraging certain occult rituals in the direction of various Dark Six denizens, including, you'll take out his notepad, flip it over and look it over. Says the main two that they seem to be most interested in are, as I'm scrolling down, he says the Keeper, and most recently the Shadow.
Keeper in the shadow.
Here's my theory. I don't have much to back it up, but this is what all the evidence points to, and I've been at this a long time. Something tells me is just that while their holdings were on the fritz, they made some kind of deal with the occult, whether that is a secondary member, or maybe themselves, I don't know. But they tried to reobtain their wealth through a ritual directed towards the Keeper. And in the process, they either actively or accidentally sacrificed their oldest son. Now everything works. Wealth is coming back their way. It seems that their rituals have succeeded, other than, of course, losing a son. Whether they care or not is anyone's guess. But the one thing that has me worried is that they're scrambling recently. I don't know what they're scrambling over, but seems to be some kind of secret store of information about the entity known as the Shadow on the premises of their home. They seem to be some kind of deal they're trying to make with the god of knowledge and ambition to some means. I don't know why. Maybe something's gone wrong. Maybe they're not out of the woods yet when it came to the Keeper, but it seems that they're trying to seek dark knowledge through the Shadow, trying to make a deal with the Shadow.
Do you have the paraphernalia with you?
I have it back at my office. I didn't think it would be wise to go traveling out in the open with it, but if you want, you can follow me back, put it in your hands.
How far is this place?
It's less than a block. You literally have to go down the elevator and take a turn. These are your neighbors, your direct neighbor.
Okay. Yeah, let me see this stuff.
Right.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
What the fuck is going on?
He has to come walking down the road. He goes,
You hear that?
"Sharn, this city ain't what that lake used to be. It's dark days when the Six are up to their old tricks,
It's like you don't even see me. What?
It's raining. The only color in the entire panel is the light at the end of his cigarette.
Yeah.
Fucking guy.
Step out of the rain, friend. Let's see what we got. Invites you inside.
Alright.
You know what they say? When it rains, it pours. And he unlocks the suitcase, opens it up, and turns it around. You're gonna look inside and see a couple of things.
I don't know why I just pictured like Pulp Fiction, like
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got the stuff. Definitely got the stuff.
that's some good shit.
You love playing Vincent
Oh,
Trench way
fantastic.
too much, dude.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, which included more stuff, but
I
yeah.
love it. I'm gonna give you some specific themes.
Okay, somebody write this down. Anyone, please.
Not me though. Not me.
I can't be
I'll
bothered.
do it. I'll do it.
Okay, let's see.
I'm notoriously terrible at taking notes.
Is it because you don't take notes?
Probably.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna see what he's got for you. I gotta see what he's got for you.
You do that with crayon.
No, I ate all those, but I have a pin nearby.
Okay, I'm gonna give you specific stuff that he actually hands to you. Just there you go.
Funny game.
Scroll
Funny
for
game.
it. He hands you. Inside there is a holy symbol. It is of gold. It's a solid gold holy amulet, and it depicts the 3 wood spears of the Dark Six. But it also has behind it like a coin. And it says, "Symbol of the Dark Six, symbol of the Keeper. I took this out of the desk drawer of Lord Castellanter himself. Solid gold, 250 gold pieces. Nothing too inexpensive.
Okay.
That alone is enough to, make somebody itch. But I found something else as well."
Yeah.
Inside of this box, it's like an iron box. It has this this very dagger. It's like a very occult-looking dagger. It's got like a curved blade, like almost like a sort of wavy blade. There is a gold mask, and there are black robes that have like various iconography, very subtly sewn into the. It's very fine. It says, "I got this out of the pantry, actually. It's hidden in the pantry it was. And, I don't have anything. I don't have proof of this specifically, but I did take this out from the personal store of the head chef. I got reason to believe his whole staff is in on it."
We have Castellanter research teams working for us.
That's another thing. Have you seen this team that works for you? You seen them do any holy magics of any kind?
I don't think so.
You do, actually.
Oh, okay.
She did
I would
cast
say
it
whatever.
during the giant club battle. She
Okay.
did cast a spiritual weapon and summon this like primeval spear.
Okay. Then yeah, now that you mention it. It's like a spear.
You know what the main iconography for the Dark Six is?
What is it?
It's a fucking spear. And not just any spear, stone-headed spear.
Was it a stone-headed looking
Yeah.
spear?
Yeah, that's exactly as he's describing.
I mean, it could just. That's a bit of a stretch, isn't it?
It's a stretch, but I'd look into it. Got one last thing for you. Now, this I wasn't able to recover.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Things got a little too hot. I had to make my way up. I found this private study in the upstairs. Made my way in. Full of, bookshelves, works, all kinds of things, and everything looked well enough, fictions, non-fictions, but there was this hidden compartment in the desk, and there was this crimson leather-bound room. I opened it up, filled with of diabolical nonsense. And this is why I know it was with the Shadow. This is why I know they've been seeking information from the Shadow. I don't have any proof I can hand to you. Of course, it's still on the premises. I had to get the hell out of there. But there was some occult information in there that definitely suggested a ritual that involved conjuring information from the great beyond, so to speak. Learning of greater powers.
So do you think out of the 2 kids they got left, one of them is deathly sick, gonna die here in X amount of time provided by the DM?
About a month?
In about a month. And do you think that this kid is the focal point of this ritual? Or do you think they're genuinely trying to save the few kids they got left?
It was, There was this ritual, the ritual that I saw. It was the ritual was meant to be steered towards gathering information from the Shadow. And I have reason to believe it succeeded. Because I found, in the back of the book there was another ritual. And this one was very involved. And I didn't get all the information I got out of there before I could. But from what little I could take from it, it seemed to be this kind of, it almost seemed to be this kind of exchange or appeasement sort of ritual, where there was a trade, a deal to be made with the Keeper, as if they were trying to get something back. I'd assumed they were trying to get their firstborn back, right? But if you say the kids are sick, maybe they're trying to avoid another mistake, if there was one.
Okay. So they do genuinely care about their kids, possibly.
From what you told me, from what I can tell, from everything I have, I surmise this is the story.
Okay. Spotlight.
He says, low on money. Who's better to help than the snatcher of souls and the granter of wealth? They perform a ritual to gain vast wealth from the Keeper. Things don't go well. My first son gets caught up in it. They were playing with forces they didn't understand, and their son died in the process. That was the exchange. They got their wealth, but they lost their son. Maybe the younger kids got wrapped up in it. And now they're ferociously trying to find a way to save their kids if they're sick. Maybe the sickness comes from one of the other Dark Six. I don't know. But they go to they perform this ritual to the Keeper of Secrets. And they find this other ritual, a ritual to appease the Keeper. And now they're going to do this ritual to, if what you say is true, their kids are sick or something like that. Maybe this is a ritual meant to appease the Keeper, so their other kids don't get their souls sucked into the fucking void. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the story I see as it has been told to me.
Can I make my own investigation check based on the information provided?
Make me an investigation check. Sorry, or insight check to put the pieces together.
Oh yeah, I guess either. I'll do investigation. I will be using lucky.
Cool.
Uh, 22.
You're pretty the story that Trench gives you is pretty convincing. You know that their whole thing is about trying to save the souls of their two kids on the surface. For two parents, it would make sense that they're doing all of this if they thought their kids' lives were on the line. All of this kind of makes sense. The desperation, the reaching out to dark powers. It sounds very, very Dark Sixy, where you dabbled, it didn't go right. Now they've really got you sucked in order to try and make up for past mistakes. Sounds very very true to the Dark Six a little bit, kind of sucks you in, you know. So it seems like the Castellanters are a little in over their heads, or were, and have now delved deep enough to know what to do. But now it honestly requires a great deal of anyway, this
monetary
is all to
sacrifice.
say, yeah, this is all to say that Trench is, you know, if everything he's saying is true and what he's found out is true, he's A, very capable, B, very knowledgeable of the arcane. And I don't know, his train of logic doesn't seem to be off. And from what you've heard from the Castellanters, it does kind of line up. But it's anyone's guess if they actually sacrificed their son, or
if it was a side effect.
If it was an accident. Given how hard they're trying to work to save their kids, you can probably guess that it was an accident. But that is, of course, if they are indeed trying to save their children. But, like, you know, what he says seems to line up if everything you found is the information.
Was it one of the kids or both of the kids that were going to die?
They said both the kids. Their souls have been promised to the keeper. And they will be taken next month. And the Castellanters told you this. They're going to perform this ritual to try and appease the Dark Six to save their children's lives. And it requires a substantial amount of wealth.
Okay. So, tell me this, Trench. If you were able to come upon some great amount of wealth, which they are requesting to complete this ritual to apparently save their kids, the ones they still have, would you think that they are trustworthy enough to use the money to save their kids? Or do you think it would be used for other matters?
I mean, on the surface, it all makes sense, you know? They made a deal, lost their kid's soul and everything for wealth. Now it seems like they're giving the wealth back, you know what I mean? So, it makes sense. Now, at the risk of sounding, you know, like a son of a bitch who hates religion or whatever, you know, I don't want people to think I'm... Anyway, between me and you know, the Dark Six is what it sounds like. It's dark. Hard to trust people who are desperate. In over their heads maybe a little bit. These people, sounds like they know quite a bit more than they did when they first started out. It makes sense on the surface. They did all of this for wealth, and now they're giving the wealth back to save their kids. I mean, it's a good story. Makes sense. They seem like devoted enough parents, but like I said, careful when dealing with Dark Six cults. They're dangerous. Keep your head on a swivel. That's what I suggest.
All right, Trench. Well, you've definitely proved me right and proved me wrong all in the same day. So
it's a blessing and a curse.
Be seeing you. Good work.
Remember, if you require my services, notify me.
I will.
All right.
He starts whistling a tune as he leaves.
You notice the color is returned, and it's like a pretty nice day out, actually. You're like, oh, weird.
It conveniently stops raining when you leave.
Yeah, it's like the ground isn't even wet. You're like, what? What? What I imagine all that? You open the door just to make sure you weren't dreaming. It's black and white in there, and it's raining in the windows. It's pouring a glass.
It's like crying.
Why don't you love me, Lila? How don't you call me back? And you step back out. You
Silent crying.
Yeah.
I go back in.
I do.
No, not in there.
Okay, okay. We're gonna tune back in with the rest of the
Yeah.
team now that you've had your meeting with Trench. So, I want to hear a little bit from Katosh, from Selena, from Darwin. Gron and Nero are transfixed in the possibility of taking down Boromar. Are you three up to anything? Do you guys want to get in on that conversation?
I would have liked to see if I could have done any like special like prayer in my sleep last night while I was dreaming. But any questions or anything? Yeah.
You know how your religion works. It's a religion that's almost more like a doctrine
Yeah.
than like. Well, you have yeah. We both know how it works. But if you wanted to like speak to your core, essentially.
Yeah, just while I was in a deeper sleep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Specifically about Darwin's ailment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As you're doing so, the entity asks you. It doesn't ask you anything. Sorry, I'm trying to play it right. So as you're dreaming, there would have been this kind of again. It's this. Your core is very curious, and it's curious of you, and it wonders. It wonders about you, and it wonders about Darwin, and it wonders about this entity, and it wonders how you intend to find out if this thing is a nightmare or if it's a dream it's attached itself to.
Being mostly immune to dreaming effects, I would try and see if I can find that dream in like the realm of dreaming and see it and see what Darwin is seeing.
I don't think your powers of dreaming are quite that intense.
Okay.
But you know, you're connected to the spirit, and maybe you insist upon it that you want to like go there and you want to see it, and almost like a parent like gently correcting its child or like sibling or just like gently steering it in the right direction. It reminds you that it has limits and that it is your core and that it is here for you and that it will assist you. It won't leave you for someone else, even to try and even to help. It couldn't if it wanted to. But it doesn't.
Okay.
But it also gives you this feeling of confidence and assurance after some time, and as if to say that, like, we will get to the bottom. We're gonna figure it out. And you know that while it's curious and unsure, it's also committed to this path that you found yourself on as well.
Sounds good.
Yeah, excellent. Next morning you wake up. Again, you're in this place where you and your core have done all you can from the sidelines, and there's gotta be something else you can do. Who knows? But for the time being, Darwin, Selena, anything for you guys?
So is Sepia not watching Platinum Rest anymore because Nero hired those guards?
Oh no, she's still here. She's definitely still. You told her to watch the place. She's watching the place. You can like look down from the balcony and see her. She gets up a lot. She's kind of like that lunch manager right now, where she sits around and she like does some work, but then she like gets up and checks on everything. But her three guys are mainly in charge of like scanning the place, keeping an eye on this. So she's here. She looks up and she sort of like waves at you.
Sorry, I'm just trying to make up my mind. I don't know if we should leave them here at the rest or if we should see if they could find some leads on. Well, we have a lead on Boromar, right? And
she'll pop up and she'll come up anyway. That's all she really needs to be brought onto the conversation. At a certain point, she kind of walks up as there's a break in Nero and Gron's conversation. Tally left He'll be back in a minute. But she comes up and she says, "Hey, coast is clear. Haven't had any big issues. We're kind of preventative that way, you know. So things are good so far. How did things go the other day? Did you get any good leads?"
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember specifically. I think I wrote it all down. About like where their headquarters might be or something. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'll remind you. You were told that the eye is being held in Kolot Towers.
Okay.
I'll expand. In a minute. I'm gonna go find the guy who ratted everything out to you guys. Notably got away in the excitement of everything, I guess. Sorry. Scroll. Oops, too far. Oh, here they are. Here we go. Okay, you learn the following. Hang on. Here we go. You were told by this Agorn Fuako was his name, the lieutenant that you guys got, that the eye is being held in a place called Kolot Towers. Kolot Towers is located at, I believe I said middle north edge. Definitely north edge. It is not an inconspicuous building, but it is an incredibly well-defended building. The two necklaces you acquired are basically pass keys around a magical shield that is up around the entire tower. It is a heavily defended sort of pedestrian fortress for all intents and purposes. It is in the main base of like Sidon per se, but it's probably one of his most well-guarded, like, I'm gonna use the word fortress again. And he was certain that the eye is probably being held there. You know very little about this place other than it is at least one tower. It is very well fortified, it has a magical force field surrounding it, and the eye is inside. You have no other information regarding that.
I will ask Cephia to scope out this place and like keep an eye on it and see what she can learn.
Okay. I'll take my guys, and we will check the place out, and I'll let you know what we turn up. That's your target. I've only been by it a couple of times, but good luck. Good luck. And she will take off. She'll collect her guys, and they will head out. And they're going to go scope out Cloak to Tower to try and learn anything that you might know. As a point, you received the same guidance when it came to the Tarkanan lair. You know, if you want to infiltrate this place, it might behoove you to go out and seek information about it. It's a public building, so there might be anything from blueprints to informers to anything. So it might behoove you to go try and learn more about the place.
Was that to all of us or just Selena?
That conversation would have happened publicly.
We have the teleportation necklace that gets you in.
The necklace is not a teleportation necklace. It is a passkey that lets you pass the force field surrounding the tower.
Okay, then.
It doesn't teleport you inside, it just lets you walk through the field.
Okay, now I understand. That was like the key to the thing.
No, it's just like if you're wearing it, it means you can walk through the force field that surrounds the tower.
Yeah, remember when we went through all of our chthonic rituals and
Yeah.
none of them worked? Yeah, we
Yeah.
found out
became
they didn't work.
warlocks and then
And we
killed
have
each other and then rose again.
And then I
without
wore the
hat.
face of the halfling. You know,
Yeah.
good times.
we have 2 of them, right?
We have 2, but we also think someone mentioned, the guy we interrogated mentioned that the little psychopath twerp.
Yeah, she's walked up somewhere around here, and you guys haven't checked on her since yesterday.
Yeah, we need to check on. Yeah, let's go check on her.
Well, as a reminder, Cephia interrogated her, and that's how she found out about the Yellow Spire and how she did the necklace. So you guys can follow up, but she's already been interrogated.
Okay.
It was a setup to kill Benrig.
No.
Wouldn't that be some shit?
Yeah.
There's also a reminder, you guys have been told multiple times with some level of fear from various Boromar agents about Ustral Fluxin, the head sort of thug assassin of the Boromar clan, who Nero and Bromric bumped into after the initial explosion and healed his burns for, unknowing of who he was. So he's loose in the city if you ever want to track him down, see what he knows.
It's possible. Where would we even begin trying to search for him?
I think we put out a hit and use bait, but I don't know if that's what we need to get amulets.
Yeah. We need to get amulets. We need to do research on the on Kolar Towers. We need to. We need a lot.
Let's go Boromar bopping, and then we'll find more necklaces.
What can we do for? Well, let's follow up on what we talked about yesterday. We could talk about the Temple of the Silver Flame, the Silver Fire people. See if they can't bring Benrig back at all.
I'm gonna say Talenta comes back at this time, so we can be a part of that.
Okay.
Planning.
Yeah, thank God for the Castellan's help. Am I right, guys?
About that. Yeah, so I just spoke to our mutual friend, Trench, Dark and Moody. Yeah, it turns out he found some very interesting items and things that would suggest that they are, in fact, Dark Six worshippers. And there is evidence to point to the fact that either on purpose or as a result of their dealings with one of the Dark Six Lords of Wealth, because their funds were a bit on the fritz, as he said. They lost their oldest, and then, now they've spent a lot of money, time, and resources trying to make sure that that doesn't happen to the other two. In Trench's words, they're no good. But I'll let you all make your personal decisions. I just wanted to say, I knew they were no good. Doesn't make any sense why, I don't know. It's just everything that they've done has been their own doing. And now they want all of our money.
As we double check, as he's telling us this, can I Can I check to make sure nobody's listening in on us? No, the
Make
cast.
a perception check.
Unnatural 20.
You guys are like where I have you guys kind of like prop is like your place in the club where you can be public but private. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It would be very hard for someone to sneak up on you unless they were like invisible. So no, you're totally good. It's just you guys. I will say, you do notice something interesting. As I assume you guys are like having a little breakfast or a little like at least some water or something while you're up here on your little balcony. You'll notice under one of the glasses there is a small folded slip of paper, and right at the corner of it, there seems to be some little like symbol.
I
under
take
one
it.
of your- Okay, you like take it and take it. It is this like black snake, sort of coiled up at the edge of the paper. If you unfold it, you'll have a message on it. It says, "You should hire me before your competitors do. Meet me in the alley this evening." And it's signed VP. Or excuse me, BV. My apologies.
Oh no, BV, that's a bad one.
BV. Anybody know what BV stands for?
I've got a few ideas.
My character doesn't, but am I allowed to say it?
Go for it. Why not?
Black Viper. Yeah.
Is this another criminal I've never heard of?
Yeah,
don't
we've
know,
heard of them. That's the one that's been robbing all the things, and we haven't been able to find them. We hadn't been able to find them.
Remember you guys went to the castle Villa and like searched the place over because the gauntlet asked you to hunt down this like master thief called the Black Viper?
I don't. I was out that week.
Oh, yeah. Pretty sure. Yeah.
Anyway, Katash will say, "Oh, well, that looks very imposing. What's that?"
It's I hand it over to the others. Apparently, other people are getting interested in us too.
It's just like someone's trying to get us to hire them. This could be related to the Black Viper, not con artist, art thief. That blanking on the action. The
They've
gauntlet.
been rampant through the city. I've
Yeah.
heard the
Yeah,
other workers.
we accused the Castellaners like of it was their sister to their face, and then did a search on their house.
Really? Okay then. Oh yeah, that was after I got beaten up. I remember that now.
I'm gonna be
I
the
mean,
guy.
it's-
Which time?
Yeah, that was it was before you were with us. Do we think she's worth meeting? He, they, she, I think.
Yeah, as long as like we're not expecting them to kill us. I think that we're in a phase right now where we need to very much divide and conquer. There's a lot to do.
Yeah.
We can group back up when we need to go hit something or do something dangerous, but right now we need to follow leads, figure out where we can find these fingers and toes because some of them might have the rings that we need. And then figure out how we're going to hit that tower. And then now it sounds like figure out how we do all of this under the nose of some not so nice people.
I also need to do some research on them, the Castellances too now.
I can go. I could start research on the tower. I could pull things at the blueprints in the city. Start asking around. Perhaps
That's a great idea, Darwin. Ryan, fuck you. But yeah, that's a brilliant idea, Darwin. I think we could all. One thing we should also do is, I prefer if we dumped our unwelcome house guest. You know, the one who has a crush on Salenta.
Oh,
The Boromar assassin who wants to kill us.
I'll take care of her. No worries.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
And
me.
Gron
No.
will get up and go.
Wait, hold on. I meant turn her in for a bounty. I mean,
we want her back out there.
no. I mean, turn her
Ron
into
has
the.
walked away, apparently.
Okay, I guess Gron will handle it.
Ron, you enter into like the currently unfurbished, like sort of nobody really knew what to do with it, floor underneath your kitchen, or these guys' kitchen anyway, and just kind of like tied up in the corner, sort of kind of jostling herself around, like trying to get out of the bindings, like a hyena ready to bite off her own leg. You see this like teenage halfling kind of. She comes over to see her hair's all like a greasy mess in her, like a sweaty mess in her face, like wrapped around her eyes, almost you can barely see. She goes, "What do you want? You want to go? You want to go? Come on."
You're the first, but you won't be the last. And Gron will execute her. Big axe, remove her head.
All right.
He's just a kid.
All right. We now have a 14-year-old to clean up.
Oh God.
God
You don't know
damn
how
it,
old
dude.
she was. All you know is that she was.
And
Okay.
I'll go up to the kitchen and look for like a basket.
Yeah.
And we have the location that was the one point for the Boromar clan, where they were doing
Torture.
There's the interrogation, and then there was the ritual.
Yellow Spire.
the interrogation place because it had a business front to it.
Yeah, it wasn't a business front, but it was like a normal. It looked like a normal house, but it was definitely.
And I will take the basket. I'll cheesecloth the head and put it in the basket, and I will send the basket by House Orion delivery to that address.
Mark
Taking
off
care
like
of
two
it.
silver. Mark off like 2 silver, and
Done.
All right, you send off the head.
It's just so everybody's aware. This is a full-on untouchables. We send one of ours to the hospital. We send one of theirs to the morgue.
So he runs out first.
They might have a few more bodies than we do. Just a few.
That's okay.
So we gotta up this production, is what
Gron,
I'm hearing.
Gron, first of all, you
You're
clean
not
up
aware of this.
Okay, you're right. Never mind.
Oh, and Ron has zero problems cleaning up after himself. He just wanted to make sure the delivery got done, and he'll come back and take care of the rest. Throw it out in the
The
trash.
only thing worse than a messy murderer. I think I fucked that up. Anyway, you know what I was
He's
getting
like,
at.
I would say what's worse than a messy murder is a very clean. Hard to kind of find him after that.
You know,
Maybe that's the
Dexter was
real
very
logic.
clean.
He was.
He put down plastic,
He had a method.
cleaned up every time. He was fantastic.
All right, Dexter.
Ryan, may I have cast Find Familiar in the morning? Is that okay?
Yeah. If you want to change its form.
Yeah, I'll just have it be just like a pale white owl.
It could have already been that if you want, because it's yeah. So we'll say this like
Works.
maybe it has like the same coloration as like your Kalashtar hair, and kind of thematically like appears on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Very
I'll
cool.
just like whistle for him. He'll just fly out of my room. Yeah.
Real quick, I think Find Familiar doesn't have a time limit.
No, yeah.
It's until you
forever.
dispel it. So once you cast it that first time, if it doesn't get killed, you can just use a bonus action to bring it out from some other plane
Yeah.
all the time.
Oh, cool. Okay. Sick.
The only reason why you would ever need to dismiss it, in my mind, is if you wanted to like change it into a different type of animal, like a different type of familiar. Other than that, yeah, it can just sit in its pocket dimension and hear whatever you want.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, just for the purposes of casting touch through it.
Yeah, for sure. This like almost silent, maybe almost like barn owl size. Like it's kind of this like cute little owl, barn owl size, but like silvery white feathers. Like silently flies out, and lands on Katasha. Yeah, so you guys are like chilling there, and Katasha maybe like snaps his fingers, and then out from the door that leads to the bridge that leads to your residential tower, just this little flash of white owl just kind of silently lands on Katasha's shoulder and kind of does the owl thing. Is this, out of curiosity, Katash, because you do have to choose, is this the spirit of a fiend, a fae, or a celestial? It's just like, it's very minor.
Yeah. It would be a celestial for sure.
Beautiful. Yeah. Just
It would be like a white kind of godly.
Yeah. This beautiful, divine, dare I say, divine looking owl creature. Very cool.
Well, where would you guys like to go off to?
Is that guy paying rent?
He has a position.
On your shoulder?
No, exterminator of the club, actually.
Exterminator?
Rodents. Well, do you see any mice?
Oh, good job.
No, but we had quite a few roaches. I mean,
that's true.
Does he kill
anymore.
those too? Oh.
I'll just hand him a little piece of oats.
Does he have a name?
No. And then he'll just like start reading like a tome that he has at the table.
Yeah, Al takes out the tome and starts going to work, I guess. No, I'm kidding. It's not, yeah.
Darwin, during all this, he's been like kind of sketching in a book, and catch glimpses of like I don't know, just look like schematics, plans, stuff like that. But I kind of close that book and say that I'll be off to go pull blueprints and permits and see if I can figure out how this tower and the entrances.
Sure, it's a good idea to go alone.
I can help you with those if you like.
I mean, if you guys want, but I also think that I should split up and do cover a lot of bases. So this one's just research, but if y'all want to come or think you'll be good at it, sure.
I can think of Some leads I can track down.
Darwin will be okay on his own. I have faith in this.
How do you know?
The quarry tell me.
Right. All right.
What of you, Talenta Jones? What troubles you?
Shit. How long do you got?
Yeah, and he'll just like sit there with like a kind of fucked up smile.
Does that hurt? It looks like it hurts.
Used to it.
Interesting. Above table, what other kind of divide and conquer side missions do we have to prepare?
So,
we need to.
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say that we need to follow up on leads so we can find like other Boromir like small little outposts or whatever to roll in the hopes of getting lieutenants so that we can get more ambulance.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go Boromir bopping.
I'll do some research about where those might be.
Okay. I can try this top Boromir assassin.
Let's
Have
roll
we-
Floxen.
We still don't have any idea where he could possibly be held up, right? Okay.
All you've heard about is his that he's very good with a knife. That's basically all you know about him.
See
He's a
about that.
lieutenant of the Boromar clan, and he's very good with weapons. Not a man that anybody seems to want to cross, not even inside the guild or the clan.
Okay. Do I have his description?
Did you guys ever know that you? Yeah, you guys knew that. Eventually, you found out that it was Bristol Floxen. I think at some point Nero or Benrig would have put forth what they remember seeing about him, and is that he was wearing black. He had. Here we go. He had short black hair, kind of slicked back, undercut. Clean shaven. At the time of the explosion, like, took out the side of his face. So chances are you're probably looking for a guy with like a pretty bad burn scar on the right side of his face.
If he wasn't disguised at this time.
Well, yeah, if he isn't magically disguised, that's true. But like, you asked about his description, not about his disguised description, right?
Okay.
So what you would know is that he is a fair-skinned, clean-shaven, kind of just nondescriptly thuggish-looking individual with slicked back, short, blackish brown hair, and chances are he's probably pretty charred on one side of his face.
All right.
Human.
Got it. Yeah, I think I would like to go looking for him, actually.
Where are you going looking for him? Sharn's big place.
Imagine I just said X name and it was the exact place that you're looking at in your book right now.
Damn, you're actually there.
Can I get a list of common Boromar hangouts?
No.
Oh no. Oh,
Um,
somebody in the city's got it.
Talenta, I think it's best if you and I walked on that.
You think?
Oh,
I-
you know one place. It's called Pelota Towers. Pelota Towers.
Oh, just go there. Oh,
Yeah, let's go there.
Yeah,
Easy.
that's
You're pretty sure that Sidon Boromar has like a mansion somewhere in the city. So if you wanted to walk up to his door and fuck with him, you know,
it went
always
so
down
great.
for a TPK.
Okay, wait,
Okay.
but it would be
No.
really funny to just throw the fireball bead from like across the street and
Yeet.
just
No,
for
no,
property damage.
Hell yeah.
No, he
No.
can actually hire House Dark and it just bounce off.
Yeah.
For all you know, yeah. That would be funny. You would all hate, but I would be laughing pretty hard. You go,
It's a-
fuck you, and it just, boing, and you go, fuck. And that was the end of the Platinum Watch.
Great
I would
campaign, guys.
Good campaign, guys. I'm gonna go and laugh.
Good try. We'll figure something else up next time.
Okay, can I do an odd job today?
Yeah, you want to know about what contracts the party's got going?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. As a reminder, you were asked by the Corvarian druids, the local druids here in Sharn, to help them out with a necromancer who's been fucking around in the City of the Dead. If you recall, yeah, there's there's some old grizzled knight out there who's trying to work on that. Use some help. Force Grey.
I think you mean the
Oops. The
Red
Cloak
Hands,
Battalion.
I think.
No, Red Cloak Battalion. They don't have a job for you right now. The Orator of Arun, what do they got called? They don't have a job for you. You've completed that job. I guess only. Grom told you guys about this. They do have a rather advanced job for you guys. The King Citadel. They told you that there is some kind of assassin prowling the rooftops.
Yeah.
And they seem to be going to ground somewhere around your place. So they're like, hey, if you could find this person and help us out, we'd really appreciate it. But it's also a dangerous job. This person's apparently very dangerous. None of you. Selena's a silver technically a Templar. So the Templars asked you guys to. Let's see here. The last thing they asked you guys to do was to. I'm not mistaken. The last thing they asked you to do was go after the Black Pipe.
Yep, and we just never were able to find leads.
No. I don't think you ever went back and reported your success at that, because I don't recall giving you the next job.
There's one thing we could do.
Failure, I guess.
We don't meet the
you
Templars.
did. You went forward and told them that the Castellanters are off the hook. Didn't you guys do that?
I think so.
Yeah, well, I definitely haven't given you their next job, so you would know that maybe you might want to go check in with the Templars of the Silver Flame. They might have a job for you now. The High Raptors, you haven't gone looking for work, I think? Oh, yeah, they did, Nero. They asked you to go, take care of the Snow Beetles.
Investigate.
There's a halfling family called the Snow Beetles offering a sum of gold to find a missing family member, and would like those funds to help fund their little coup d'etat they're planning against Sedan. Those are your jobs.
Has the assassin been known to run on the rooftops at night?
The information that Grom was given specifically is as follows. The Sharn Watch is overwhelmed by a recent surge of violence and needs our help. We have reports of an assassin prowling the rooftops, picking off targets with arrows and alarming citizens. My sources say they go to ground somewhere near the Platinum Rest. Find him, alert the Sharn Watch to his whereabouts, aid in the arrest if you can. Don't kill him, since doing that could escalate violence further.
Doing a stakeout tonight.
Cool.
I mean, we have kind of a meeting tonight.
We do?
Yeah, the Black Viper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's in the
note.
evening, though. That's you can do that and then go run along rooftops at night.
I guess.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Tal's got a bet, man.
Yeah, it's been too long. I haven't Batman in a while.
And this is the City of Towers. This is like the ultimate fucking perch on the rooftop and jump off and get somebody. And with that, we will end our very productive session. And next session, we are going to complete jobs for guilds. We're going to stay